Hello, Gargants and Grapplers. My name is TVsGuy, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IX, where, as I've said, I've been off camera for a while, grinding out Garnet, getting her to a particular level so she can do a particular thing, because this is quite literally the last chance we get to show off that thing. So it's the time to do it. And she is now level 17, and she can do the thing that I want her to be able to do. But if you look at the screen right now, out on the left and the right, you might notice there's a little bit of a black border between the artwork that I've got for the background and the play space itself that didn't used to be there. And that is there because of, well, oh boy, long story. Okay, after I was done grinding Garnet, I checked up on the forum for the development of the AI upscale mod that we're using to make this game look really pretty. And it turns out there's a new version of it out, and I was like, oh, cool, new version. Let's go download that one and apply it directly to the game. And that turned out to be a bad idea because it broke everything. All of this just broke everything broke. All the names of the characters got garbled up. The backgrounds looked like a glitchy mess. Like everything got screwed straight to hell. So that wasn't great. So I had to uninstall the mod, uninstall all of the modding tools, uninstall the game, reinstall the game, reinstall the modding tools, and reinstall the mod, and now we're back to things looking the way that they're supposed to, with a few changes, and because of some stuff with the cropping thing, there's a couple of black borders on the left and right on the screen right now that I can't really do anything about. Whew. As for you guys, the only difference you'll probably notice is this. The text looks very different now all of a sudden. This is a text font called Alexandria, which is a fan-made recreation of the original font that this game had back on the PS1. Well, up to a point, because the font was designed such, like most pixelated fonts are, that when it's displayed on like a bad analog screen like a television, it'll soften out a little bit and look a little bit nicer, whereas when it's displayed on a modern HD screen, it looks kind of jagged and sharp. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys whether you like this font better or the previous font, which was a standard upscaled font that came with... Okay, so the Final Fantasy IX game that we're playing on Steam is actually a port over of the port that they made for phones originally, which is why it has this kind of very bland, standard Arial font, I think it is. That's very nice and readable, especially on phone screens, but which looks just kind of bland and terrible and doesn't really fit with the world, whereas this font looks more like it belongs in a Final Fantasy game, but it's perhaps a little bit less readable at modern resolutions. Anyway, all of that is up to you. Other benefit that you might notice is that the screen is a little bit sharper now, because the resolution, I think, is a little bit higher. Don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Anyway, let's show you the thing, and in order to show you the thing, we have to run in circles for a bit until we encounter some monsters. So you know how Garnet has a summon command that she's had for the whole game, but all the summons that are in that command have just cost way too much MP to use? Yeah, about that. That's why I got Garnet up to level 17, because at level 17 she gets to about 96 MP, which is exactly the amount of MP that you need in order to use her cheapest summon right now, which is Shiva. And all of this was just, I wanted to show you that you can do summons before you're actually kind of technically supposed to do summons in the story. You just have to grind up until you get enough mana. And if you're really super patient, you can get all the way up to Bahamut, but that requires you to get Garnet to something like level 30 something, I think, which is more than I'm willing to do. It would also make us incredibly overpowered for most of the game. Anyway, Garnet can summon things before she's technically, in terms of the story, supposed to be able to. And the reason why she's not supposed to be able to summon them yet is something that's going to become clear in the story fairly shortly. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's see. Abilities. Probably get Man-Eater on there just for good measure. So I have, because I've done all the grinding, Garnet and Steiner have pretty much learned every ability that they can learn. For Garnet, she only really needs Auto-Reflect. For Steiner, he's still got a bunch of the accessory abilities yet to learn. But I'm unequipping all the accessories because, well, we're about to switch back to Sedan's party in a little bit. So I would rather have him and his party be able to learn various abilities from the equipment that Garnet probably doesn't need to have equipped. Auto potion and P plus 10%. Is that important? Do that. And that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. And Marcus, yes, cool. Right, let's move on with the actual game now. We're supposed to throw some levers and do some things in order to make a thing happen. Let's go throw those levers. Oh, no, wait, actually, before we do that, one thing I need to remember to do. Magnet. Give Mochus a letter.
Thanks for delivering the letter from Nashna. Kaboom!
Grimo, in Southgate's Bowden Station, sent me a letter saying that he feels sad when he sees Mary in love. But I think he feels that way because Grimo himself is in love. Kaboom? Am I right?
I also know that Nashna is in love with Grimo.
Cool, delivered that letter. And now we throw the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever!
And that opens up this bit. Ah, this is it. This is where we call the Gargant inside. What do you mean? Gargant Rue Trino Station is shaped like a circle. When you pull on that lever, Gargant circles around the station continuously. I don't understand what you're saying. Better to show than tell. Princess, will you pull on that lever over there? What is it? Say hello to the Gargant. A lovely creature design. What's that? Ah, perfect timing. This is the Gargant, a giant insect that pulls this trolley. Next, we must halt the Gargant. Yes, that's the one. The Gargant should stop when you pull on the lever. Please hurry. It'll resume once it's finished eating. Are you sure it won't keep going around in circles? It won't. I will reverse the connection sequence and let the Gargant out of the station. Please look after the princess, Master Steiner.
Of course.
The princess is bright, but she is still young and naive. I am concerned about her safety. Please make your own decision on the matter at hand and protect her.
I am but a humble knight. I cannot exceed my authority.
Is that an honest answer? You may endanger the princess if you keep telling yourself that.
I shall take note of your counsel.
Fare you well, princess. Take care, Dr. Tot. I must hurry. I just pulled the lever. Here comes a great little animation, by the way. I just pulled the lever. Little legs splaying out to the side. Lovely, lovely little touch. Be safe, princess.
Finally.
We can reach Alexandria now.
You can't even see Trino anymore.
I wonder how long it's going to take. I never dreamed of going home in a vehicle like this.
Dr. Todd remains quite a unique character. What's wrong?
It's hesitating.
Princess?
Could this be the reason? Yes, it could. Oh, I forgot to restore Garnet's mana. That's probably silly of me. Still. Actually, know what? Yeah, we're gonna hit it with Shiva. And then we're gonna have Marcus steal. It has one thing that I want. I don't need to steal everything it has. I just need the... Oh, goddammit, he's slowed. I just need the one damn thing. I don't think Shiva's gonna kill it off outright. But it is gonna do a decent chunk of change. Oh, no, actually, that might have killed it. Hey, I got the mithril fork on the first go. Nice. Now, it has one other thing, which I think is just like a bone wrist, which is an armor we already have. So let's just, you can see Gargant does 225 damage right now with her basic attack, which is more than Marcus. But yeah, this enemy escapes. You can't kill it. Which means you get no experience and no AP and no nothing for beating it, which is annoying. We're finally here. I think the Gargant is tired too.
I never knew such a place existed in Alexandria. Where are we?
Let's keep moving.
Is this really Alexandria? Well, it must be.
How do we get out?
Well... Ah, this way. Princess, let us make haste.
Wait, Steiner. I know this place. Dr. Todd told me about this place. My ancestors built this place to keep enemies from invading. Dr. Todd also said...
Princess, we can hear your stories later. The stale air cannot be good for us. And we gotta save Blank.
Right, we need to hurry. That sure is a conspicuous area that they're standing in right there. Let's go, Steiner.
You! What kind of trick is this?
I didn't do anything. Don't blame me.
You really didn't do anything?
You don't believe me?
Yeah, look, we missed our chance to escape. Ah!
They fell for it. Fell for it, they did.
Thorn! I'm Steiner, captain of the Knights of Pluto. I have returned. Let us out at once.
Too bad it is. You're all under arrest. Thorn. I've returned to Alexandria to speak with my mother. Take me to my mother. Yes, we will take you to see Queen Brane, whether you like it or not. Catch a Princess Garnet, Queen Brane said. Ordered us, she did.
Lies.
What?
What's going on?
So that was predictable. Can you stand, Freya? It is nothing. Take it easy, okay? How about you, Vivi? Yeah, I'm all right. So, what now, people? They said that we're going to Clara. We have no choice. We must go to Clara, too. Yeah, I knew you'd say that. You coming, Vivi? Do you think we'll learn more about those black mages if we go to Clara? Yeah, I'd say we learn a lot about them as long as we follow Brani and that Kuja guy. Then I'm with you.
Clara? Sound yummy. I go with you.
Oh, and what about the princess? Dagger? I'd never forget about her. She might not be here in Burmecia, but I know we'll find her soon. Well, let's move out. Some say it lies in the desert west of Burmecia, but I know not whether we can enter the town itself. Brighten up a little. We'll figure it out when we get there. Oh, Dagger, where could you be? And now, having rejoined Sedan and his party, it's time to put a bunch of new stuff on them that we got in Trino. This is the chain plate, and let's see. A whole absolute crap ton of abilities to learn from the various add-ons. Nice. Let's see. Let's get Vivi level up. Yes. Or is there another? Can I get maybe ability up? No? Okay. Also, I already have that, so I don't need to. How many bananas do I have? 3? Okay, cool. And she doesn't need any new helmets, and she doesn't need any new gloves, but she does need the new armor. And she's still learning from that thing. Okay, cool. Let's get ability up on Quina. That would probably be a good idea. And Insomniac, and the Mithril Fork. Ta-da! Cool. So before we go to Clara, there's another thing that we have to do. We have to go back to Gizamaluk's grotto and deliver the Kupo nut that we've got so that we can get new Kupo nuts so that we can keep going back to Gazamaluk's grotto and deliver Kupo nuts. I should really check up on what the specifics of that quest are and whether the rewards for doing this nonsense is worth it, because... oh boy, I've got some people real close to trans here. Wait, is Freya in the back row? Freya, don't be in the back row. Oh, by the way, something I don't think I've mentioned is that there's a bug with Marcus, who's with Dagger's party right now. That doesn't exist anymore, but it used to be that if you level Marcus up while he's with you, he will gain stats. But because Marcus occupies the same space in memory as another party character who you will get way, way later in the game, those stat upgrades, like those stat increases that he gets, will transfer to that other character because of a programming bug, which means that if you level Marcus up to level 99, you can get 99 levels worth of stat increases for that later character without leveling that character up, so that they can have 99 levels of stat growth without having 99 level ups. Which means they can level up 99 more times on top of that and just become completely stupidly overpowered, which is a power gaming strategy that people used to do. That's been fixed now in this version of the game. There you go. Phoenix Pinion. Well, not bad. And I might as well save while I'm at it, actually. So that's one way to abuse Marcus, where there's a section in the game where you can... Wait, there's like basically this infinite enemies running at you, and if you set your console up with like a turbo controller and you hold the controller down with like a rubber band, you can leave it on overnight and he'll basically level up to 99 on his own, and then, you know, that kind of thing. That kind of ridiculous exploit. We're not going to do that, because we can't, and even if we could, we wouldn't, because it would be stupid to have that character be so overpowered to the point where they do more physical, despite being a mage, they do more physical damage than some of my physical attackers. Anyway, I'm not going to do a full grind-a-thon, like, to overpower anyone, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time just getting into some battles, so that I can learn a couple of abilities on some of the equipment I've got going on. Because you're kind of supposed to do that anyway over the course of the game, is like you're kind of supposed to grind a little bit, which is one of the things about this game, where it's kind of old school. Like, it expects you to do some grinding in order to, like, level up abilities and stuff like that. And if you're doing it for a Let's Play, obviously you don't want to spend too much time grinding, because that's, well, that's boring, but since we can edit our way around it, I'm going to do some grinding without you guys watching, so see you in a bit. Actually, I decided to do the grinding on Clara itself, so welcome to Clara's trunk. The tempest subsides. By the gods. Come on, let's go while we can. Indeed, let us press on. Must hurry, must find yummy yummies. Right, I'm gonna find myself a good place to do the grind, and we'll do the grind. Welcome to the Trunk of Clara, which is, as you can see, a giant, well, basically a town inside of a sandstorm. What's this? Nope, it's shut tight. So let's go find a good spot to encounter some enemies. There's also some really important blue magic that I need to learn for Quina here. Specifically, there's an enemy that gives you auto life, which is a really expensive spell, but it's one that's really useful because it allows you to cast a revive on someone that goes off when or if they die. Which is a highly useful thing, especially against certain enemies. Let's see.
Ice them, Vivi.
Hey, sweet, he learned stop. Does that mean he's got everything from the oak staff now? Nope, not at all. Let's see, I think here... Ice staff, lovely. I think this is a good place to do some grinding. Let's see what we encounter. If anything. No? Oh, right, sand golems. I remember. So I love this character design on this particular enemy because look, there's the giant angry sand golem, but then the core also has a tiny little face of its own. And of course, it's the core that you need to hit if you want to kill this thing. You can destroy the sand golem, but it'll just fall down, and then, like, reconstitute itself after a while. It does do counterattacks if you hit it, though, so, you know. Anyway, Freya is in trance now, which is lovely, because that means she can jump, and she just stays up there and keeps throwing down spears and hitting everyone, and is wonderful. Aw. Okay, take out the golem itself. Let's get rid of that counter. No point eating it, though. I'm reasonably sure it doesn't teach any magic. Yeah, there we go. Down goes the body. And that's basically how Freya's trance works, is she jumps up into the air and she's just basically invulnerable while throwing down spears every once in a while, which is very useful. La na 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba. And then if she's still in the air when you win the battle, you don't even see her. Hey, abilities. Now, Dragon Killer, that was on the Barbet helmet, right? Yeah, but everything else she has. So, alles gut. Alles gut. Très bien. To mix my languages. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. Right, don't want to grind with those guys, because they take forever to kill. Let's see. Uh-oh, sand's coming. No, that's a good thing. Don't worry, Sedan. So now we're locked off from going back to the room with the sand, but... Ah, a zoo. Okay, I think I need to eat that thing. Oh, Sedan does more damage to it than I thought. Okay. I need to eat it though, because it gives you White Wind, which is kind of an important ability. So let's run around here some more. Okay, let's be more careful about it this time. Sedan, you hit it first, then Queena try to eat. Hopefully we've gotten it down low enough, and if not, Vivi will have to hit it. Hey, learned the White Wind. That was easy. So White Wind is a multi-target healing spell, which heals your characters based on the health of the person casting the spell. Which makes it extremely useful under certain circumstances, like if you need Queena to heal the entire party, like, in a hurry, which is not out of the question, that sometimes you're gonna need that. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I know, Sedan. Let's move on. Let's see. Magician's shoes. What do they teach? Oh, right, clear-headed, which is nice to have. Oh, it's gonna be another sand golem, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And it brought him back. God damn it. Okay. Please die quickly, sand golem. Thank you. And now I think I can move... Nope, still need to learn Drain. Okay. Dun dun, needle, fork, and tent, and Moogle!
Thanks for delivering the mail from Atla.
Kubo, strange people came to town and destroyed the entire place. What the heck is going on? Kubo, I don't want to see any more pointy hats. Monav should be careful too. Maybe you should move elsewhere.
Things are terrible in Bermisha, Kubo. Are we gonna be okay here, Kubo? I'll give you this in exchange for delivery.
And another Kupo nut. Which we can't deliver, because we can't leave right now, because we blocked off the access to going back. Let's go find some different monsters. Maybe up here we won't run into sand golems. Hey, Carrion Worms. Excellent. So, this is a little more difficult because they don't have a lot of health at all, and getting them down low enough for Queena to eat them without killing them might be a challenge. Because, like, I think even Vivi can kill them in 2 hits right now. Okay, this should work. I think. I hope. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Not yet. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, Freya, try not to do too much. Oh no, Trouble Juice. God damn it. So Trouble is a particularly bothersome status change when it gets inflicted on you. Cook. That's Queena's trance command, which just allows Queena to eat things at a much lower health. Or a much higher health level. They look pretty cool when they're in trance. But yeah, Trouble is a status change that we'll have to deal with soon in a boss fight. What it does as a status change is that it causes, like, if someone who has Trouble gets hit with an attack, everyone else in the party will take about half of that damage as well. So like it just makes every single attack that gets targeted at that one character into a full party attack, which is extremely annoying. Yes? Yes, good. Okay, that's 2 of the magics that I want to learn. There's a 3rd, though. And I think I can encounter the enemies I need here. Is it only Carrion Worms here? What about here? I want dragonflies. I'm looking for dragonflies. Any dragonflies anywhere? Give me dragonflies. More Carrion Worms. Not what I'm looking for. Ooh, desert boots. I think I have those already. Yes, I do. And a remedy. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, dragonflies. Excellent. So, they have something like 300 and something health. Which means I want to be a little careful about how much damage I do to them before Queena has a chance. Okay, I think that'll do. If not, I'll let Vivi get another hit in. Yes, Matro Magic. So Matro Magic is actually a very useful spell for Queena specifically, because Matro Magic allows you, like, if it connects, it has a very low chance to hit, but if it hits, it will reduce an enemy's HP to 1, making it way easier to eat enemies and, like, grab their abilities under a lot of circumstances. If you have the patience to, like, stand around and spam it until it goes off, obviously. And now we can finally move on to teaching... Let's start with Thundara to Dear Vivi. And I'm gonna go on my grind now for real this time. Okay, I believe that is enough grinding for now. Because mostly I just wanted to get my party here, like, somewhere in the vicinity of that level 17 that Garnet has got going on. And also just to learn a bunch of abilities, which I did. So if you get pulled into these sand pits, you get thrown back to previous areas, but it doesn't, like, let you get anywhere new, or encounter new things, so it's definitely not worth getting pulled. There's no treasure chests or anything locked behind it, as far as I know. Oh, sweet. That should be a one-hit kill. Yup. Bird killer plus back attack. Welcome to Clara. Might you be Lady Freya? Indeed, I am. We have awaited your coming, my lady. How did you come to know my identity? The King of Bermesia has requested that we guide you to him. Long live the king. Take me to him immediately. At once, my lady. Sidan, I shall go see the king. Why not take this chance to rest? Yeah, good idea. This way, my lady. Allow me to be your guide and show you our town. So this is a lengthy introduction to Clara, but we shall take it. Please walk this way, sirs. If I could walk that way. Old joke. I go find yummy yummies by myself.
This is our source of water. I shall elaborate later on how we have water up so high here. Now, for our next stop. And this is the liveliest part of our town. But there's no market today, so the usual crowd is gone. Let's move on. This windmill brings the blessing of water to our humble town. It uses the power of the sandstorm to pump water up from the ground. Come, next I shall show you the observatory. The observatory is where the citizenry comes to relax. Here we observe our protector, the sandstorm, and here we pray to it. Next is the cathedral, the last stop on our tour. The high priest who brings peace to our souls resides in the cathedral. The King of Bermesia and Lady Freya are meeting inside this building. It also houses the harp, whose magic stone powers the sandstorm. Let us make our way back. And that concludes the tour.
Thanks a lot.
Maybe I should ask you to show me around again? I haven't been a guide in ages.
Let's see, nothing here, right? Oh, no, yes, there is. 970 gil? Very useful. No, not yet. Wait, there it is. Phoenix Pinion. This town got no yummy yummies anywhere. You know, Meg can make famous Alexandrian dish Queen's meal. You know, have famous South Gate bun cake. Ah, Queena. They are passionate about food.
Look! Pointy-headed devil!
Don't come any closer!
You demon, leave my family alone. Poor Vivi. It's so unfair. I should probably go help him. Is that over here? Yes.
It's my first time away from home. I can't stand the sandstorm, it's too loud.
Will we ever see Bermesia again?
Hey, I remember meeting you in Bermesia. If there's anything I can do, just ask me. Yes, give me your weapons. I'll grab an extra Multina. I've got plenty of those. Let's get some Mithril Amulets. A couple of Thunder Gloves. An extra Magus Hat. Got bandana plenty. 3 Magus Hats. 2 Mithril Helms. A couple extra Mithril Vests. 2 Mithril Armors. And again, you see my habit of just, like, I can't remember all of the things that you need for the synthesis of the things. So I just buy too many of everything to make sure. Well, that gives me Bug Killer. That's something. Finally away from the noise of the sandstorm. Jeez. Can't imagine what it must be like to live in a place like Clayra with all that noise. And just money lying on the floor everywhere, apparently.
Can I help you? Kaboo? There's a letter for Sedan.
I decided to start a small theater, but I ain't had any luck finding actors. Do you know any good actors who are looking for work? Man, how I wish y'all were here. Come to think of it, you Tantalus guys look like a bunch of outlaws. Just kidding.
Kaboo? Is she looking for actors? I want to become an actor.
And while I'm not really sure how long this episode is going to be ultimately, I think this is where I'm going to call it to a close. Because this is a good place to end, because stuff is going to happen. So, like, some real shit's going to be about to go down on this here Clara settlement. So if you want to see what happens, then you should tune in for the next episode, which is going to be up on the channel in a couple of days. And, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, etc., YouTube, blah, blah, algorithm things, you know what to do. I also have a Patreon, a merchandise store, and a tip jar, and memberships are available on this channel, as I rattle that off very quickly. If you want to support me directly, those are some options for doing that, and if not, that's completely okay as well. Thank you very much for watching, and please do remember to wash your hands.